top 5 ways to boost your mood and improve your mental well-being, right? So obviously with everything that's going on around us at the moment, you know, there is the fear out there that more people might be suffering from anxiety, from depression, all these kind of things, and we really want to kind of look after our mental health on this as well. So like I'm very much about, you know, understanding how the body works, and it's an amazing machine in terms of what it can do, what it can't do, and do, because it can do incredible things. So I want to talk about how we can get more of these feel-good chemicals that are present in the body, and this isn't an airy-fairy way of describing it. This is actually what happens in the body, and we need to do more of this to improve our moods, stay positive, and stay functioning properly. So what is mental well-being? So for a lot of people, you know, they hear about mental health and mindfulness and all these kind of things, and while there's no definitive answer or definition one way or another what mental well-being is, it does encompass things like, you know, feeling good about yourself, that sense of feeling good about yourself, you know, kind of being able to cope with the ups and downs and the challenges of life, making the most of opportunities, you know, different things. And actually, just before I keep going into that, guys, just check your sound for me, make sure we're coming through okay. I'm just going to check that myself here now. Just 1 second. Yeah, just give us a thumbs up if you can hear me all right. Just say hello if you're coming on board here just before I keep going, everyone.
Being able to cope with your...
Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, okay, so coming back to it, well-being, mental well-being, you know, being able to function well individually or in relationships, you know, feeling part of communities and your surroundings, feeling like you're in control of your own life, right? So that's what kind of mental well-being is in a summary, but it means different things for different people. And what we want to do is try and get the most positive things out of life, right? That keeps our mood up, that reduces our anxiety, that reduces our chances of getting depression, right? So what I'm going to talk about are the different kind of chemical transmitters, neurotransmitters, chemical messengers in the body that help do this, right? And why exercise, because we're in the fitness game, why exercise in particular helps to boost people's moods, okay? So what we're going to look at, like I said, you'll hear all these things kind of thrown around when, you know, you're inside an exercise session and you'll hear trainers going, oh, let's get the endorphins running and all this kind of thing. But what really does that mean, and how does that affect you? And this is what I love understanding about the body is, you know, people can throw these things around, but I want to help you understand that the more you do this, you might understand that, okay, if I do more of this, it'll help my mood, it'll help me deal with things better, right? So what we're going to look at are a couple of these different things, but the most important one that we're going to look at is serotonin, right? And you might have heard of this before, and if you haven't, serotonin is basically a chemical transmitter in the body, a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger, for want of a better word, right? And serotonin is a known mood regulator. Now it also promotes smooth digestion, and it also helps regulate appetite. So all these things are kind of connected in terms of mood, food, and the digestion and all that kind of, and how all the body works together, right? So what I want to look at is serotonin. When people are low in serotonin, what they can find is they suffer from is, you know, feeling low, feeling depressed, feeling anxious, and that's where a lot of these things come from, a lot of these feelings. So the more this we can release into the body, the more it'll stave off those symptoms, okay? So the first thing we're going to look at obviously is exercise. How do we get more serotonin into the body through exercise? And why is it that the body feels feel good hormones when we exercise? So one of the biggest ways it does this is through something called tryptophan, right? Tryptophan is an essential amino acid that the body needs. When you exercise, the body triggers the release of tryptophan into the bloodstream. Why is tryptophan important? When tryptophan is released into the bloodstream, obviously it's in the blood, it makes its way up to the brain, and it's then synthesized into serotonin. So tryptophan is used to create serotonin. And again, that serotonin is the mood regulator, is what makes you feel good. So when you exercise, the body releases this serotonin into the bloodstream, and it helps to create serotonin, and you feel better. So that's why exercise is directly related to you feeling better, is because you're producing more of the serotonin, right? On the other side of the exercise, when when the body's exercising, it also releases something else called endorphins. And endorphins, again, are just another chemical messenger in the body, another neurotransmitter that helps alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression. So again, it's just another offset of exercise. But did you know that outside of exercise, laughter is the second best way to get endorphins into the body, or even the anticipation of something funny, or if you go to comedy gigs and all these kind of things and you're just laughing, it's the second best way to get endorphins into the body. So laugh as much as you can throughout the day and throughout your life. The second thing with exercise in, right, so a recent study from Harvard suggests that 1 hour of a brisk walk per day or 15 minutes of running can reduce the symptoms of major depression by up to 26%, which is a massive number. But also by maintaining your exercise routine, it helps to prevent you from falling into relapse. So if you're somebody who suffers from depression, exercising in these ways, so 15 minutes of a good run or an hour of a brisk walk every day will help alleviate the symptoms of depression through what we've just been talking about, through the release of serotonin into the body. But it's also about preventing you from relapsing into that depression again. Okay, so that's hugely important. The third thing then is just, I just summarised a couple of notes here for myself, guys, just a reminder, right? The other thing with exercise is that it's probably the quickest way to help you achieve goals, right? So in terms of, you know, when you achieve something, the body releases dopamine into the body. Again, another neurotransmitter. So it's dopamine makes you feel good by achieving something, and exercise is probably the one thing that helps you achieve something the quickest way. So what I mean by that is, you could just stand there and go, okay, I'm going to complete 10 squats. Complete 10 squats, you've achieved something. So now the body releases dopamine and you feel better. All right. So again, exercise is probably one of the quickest ways to achieve that, because you can do anything. Okay, I'm going to go for a walk for a kilometre. I'm going to jog for 2 minutes today, and you've never jogged before. So all these little things help you release this dopamine into the body, right? So it's hugely, hugely important why exercise to help you feel better and boost your mood. So what I want you to do, right, just thinking about this, when you go out exercising, people can often, especially if you're on your own, like if you're not with, like when you're with a trainer or you're with a coach, they're keeping you focused, they're keeping you disciplined on something else. So your mind is taken to what they're saying. But when you're out there doing it on your own, or you're jogging or you're exercising, you can bring all your problems with you, and rather than focus on yourself, now you're bringing that stress and that worry and that anxiety into your exercise, and you're not getting that feel good hormone. So the best thing to do is try and take your mind away from it by focusing on something while you're running. So whether that's the sensation of the winds hitting the skin, whether that's, you know, you're concentrating on the rhythm of your beat as your feet hit the ground, you're just thumping away, whether that's you're thinking about a positive experience you have, and I'm going to come to gratitude as well and how that impacts all of this, or whether it's just, you know, you're concentrating on your breathing, count in for 4, count out for 4, you know, these kind of things just take your mind off that stress that's bothering you, right? So that's exercise in a nutshell, right? It's so important about releasing those hormones. But I want you to kind of understand about why and what happens in the body. I don't want you to tell you, oh yeah, go out and exercise because it releases feel-good hormones. There's a reasoning behind it and why everyone needs to do it, right? So that's the exercise. The second way to boost your mood is coming back to tryptophan. So like I said, right, it's an essential amino acid that the body needs. So it can't produce it, it has to get it in from your diet. So the best sources of tryptophan are turkey and salmon, high protein foods. Now not every food will have it, but high protein foods like turkey, like salmon, they're leaner meats. You're best off going for them, but that'll give you more tryptophan. And remember, that tryptophan gets converted into serotonin, which gives you better mood. Okay, so that's the second thing. Our third thing then, right, is bright light. So research suggests that serotonin levels are lower in the winter time when the nights are darker, days are shorter, than they are in the summer and the autumn. So this would into seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, right, that a lot of people suffer from, and it's kind of a mental health issue in terms of, you know, people seem more depressed at winter time than they are at summertime, and this research suggests that it's because our serotonin levels dip because there isn't enough bright light coming in. So ideally what's recommended is try and get 10, especially in this kind of weather, 10 to 15 minutes daily outdoors, getting in that sunlight, because further research suggests that our skin can synthesize serotonin from the sun as well as vitamin D and things. So it's important that we get out there and bring in more of the serotonin, which will help lift the mood as well. Okay, so our fourth thing then, and this is what I said in the video, what a lot of people you're going to love hearing this, and you can tag your partner when you hear this, and I know Neve's going to be laughing behind the camera. The fourth thing is massage, right? And a 2004 study showed, they took a study of 84 pregnant women who suffered with depression, and what they found was that 20-minute massage twice weekly from their partner. So not only does massage help reduce the levels of cortisol in the body, which is a stress hormone, and it's a hormone released in times of stress, but it also increases your serotonin levels and your dopamine levels. Remember that dopamine is about achieving things. So the study showed that the 84 pregnant women who suffer from depression not only felt less anxious and less depressed by doing this, but over the course of 16 weeks, their serotonin levels increase significantly as well. So massage twice a week from your partner, so no excuses, and that works both ways. That works both ways, guys. Not just the guys doing it. It works both ways. So good morning, Mary. Good morning, Margaret. You're very welcome. So look, that's the fourth thing to increase your serotonin levels. Twice weekly massage, 20 minutes each time. I think we can all do that. And plus it brings you closer together, improves those relationships and things as well. And then the fifth thing, guys, is the mood induction, it's called. So you'll have heard me talk before about, you know, positive energy and thinking well. Research actually shows that by thinking positively, it can increase your serotonin levels, right? So again, if you've had positive experiences, and that's why I talk about an exercise instead of just, you know, if you're thinking about the beat or the rhythm to take your mind off your problems, or practice gratitude, which is what you're grateful for in your life, or what have you achieved. Look back on things you've accomplished that you feel good about. Studies are suggesting that this improves your serotonin levels as well, because you're focusing on something positive. And that, again, your serotonin is a mood regulator. It would make sense that thinking about something positive would create a positive mood. Okay, so that's why we should all be thinking about, okay, well, what have I achieved today? What have I done well today? You know, what have I done well in my relationships? What have I done well at work? You know, what have I accomplished just last week? And just constantly remind ourselves that we're doing good, we're good people, and we were born awesome. All right.